Cruz for his opening statement. Senator Cruz.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We're here today to consider nominees to the National Traffic Safety Board, or NTSB, at the Metropolitan Washington Airports Authority, or MWA. First, Todd Inman has been nominated to be a member of the NTSB. The NTSB serves the important function of thoroughly investigating transportation accidents to identify their causes and to make recommendations to prevent future incidents. The NTSB's work helps inform Congress and federal agencies when developing transportation policy. Todd Inman is highly qualified for this position. He knows transportation safety issues and investigations. He spent 4 years serving in senior-level positions at the Department of Transportation, including as the Chief of Staff to the Secretary. Throughout his time at DOT, Mr. Inman oversaw the agency's Security and Emergency Response Division. Before joining DOT, Mr. Inman worked for a major insurance company, where he developed an expertise in arson investigations and served as an expert witness on fire and arson investigations before various courts. He also knows how to lead a major organization. Mr. Inman served as Florida's Secretary of Management Services, where he administered a $1 billion budget and a 1,000-person workforce. I look forward to hearing from him today. Second, Sam Slater has been nominated to serve on the board of directors of MWA. MWA is a congressionally authorized government corporation that operates the Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport, known as DCA, and the Dulles International Airport, both of which are owned by the federal government and leased to MWA. Federal law requires MWA to, quote, improve, operate, protect, and promote both airports. I am seriously concerned that MWA has lost sight of this mandate. For example, while Congress is actively debating changes to federal rules that would allow DCA to offer customers more and less expensive flights and better compete with Dulles, MWA is actively lobbying against those changes. One MWA board member revealed why MWA is lobbying against the interest of DCA, an airport that it is statutorily required to promote, explaining that MWA must, quote, protect the investments that it has made and is continuing to make at Dulles, and, quote, make Dulles International, and not DCA, quote, the airport of the future. MWA board meeting minutes show that MWA is relying on false claims to support its political goals, like that increasing flights and competition will increase prices. Any high school economics student knows that argument is ridiculous. I will say further that it is not MWA's job to be operating as the corporate lobbyist for United Airlines. I understand why an airline might want to make millions more in profits from charging higher rates and higher ticket prices. But by lobbying against more competition, MWA is lobbying for the residents of D.C. and Virginia and Maryland to pay significantly higher prices on tickets, which are already some of the most expensive in the country. Some members of MWA have gone further and proposed limiting DCA flights to states that require their public school systems to, quote, approve a diversity, equity, and inclusion initiative and, quote, prove that books are not being banned from schools. It is appalling that an official who has a fiduciary duty to the traveling public is busy promoting ideological purity tests for which states are allowed to fly to our nation's capital and which states are not. That's truly absurd. I look forward to hearing from Mr. Slater about his thoughts on these issues. But I should note, I am concerned that by nominating Mr. Slater without concurrently nominating a Republican to the third vacancy on the MWA board, President Biden is once again flouting a federal law on presidential appointments. The law requires that no more than 2 of the presidentially appointed members of MWA may be from the same party. Yet Mr. Slater is President Biden's second Democrat appointee to the MWA board, and he has not yet named a Republican nominee. I urge the President to follow the law and to name a Republican for the MWA board as well, whom we can consider alongside Mr. Slater. That would ensure a politically balanced board representation that Congress intended and help bring MWA back in line. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Cruz, for your opening remarks.